guys, I'm Chewy Mew, but my real name is Eric, and welcome to another Chewy Mew review where I basically review whatever I want, but specifically, I'm reviewing Spider-Man figures. So in a previous video, I said that this was the only Rhino figure that I had. So this is the Spider-Man Classics Ultimate Rhino. I think I said this is the only Rhino that I own, which that's actually not true. I also own the Spider-Man Classics, I think Series 2 Rhino, which is the guy we're going to be reviewing today. A lot of the early Toy Biz Spider-Man Classics villains didn't have too much articulation. Pretty much only Spider-Man had articulation. All the villains were kind of like this, where they were pretty much stuck in a pose and you could just move a couple pieces here and there. Which, you know, I still think this guy looks awesome. He doesn't have much articulation, but I think he looks awesome if we compare him to the Toy Biz Marvel Legends Fearsome Foes box set Rhino, which is right here, which I don't actually own, sadly. I think that's a better figure than this guy. But if you aren't able to get that guy, you could probably find this guy really cheap on eBay. This guy is pretty good. First, let's take a look at the face. The face of Rhino. Actually, if I move my light down more, we can see the face of Rhino. And there's like the ab muscles. He actually has a belly button right there, it looks like. See the hands. It looks like the figure's really dirty, which I think that gives it a cool look. You know, the lighting like that looks good, and the frame rate's pretty good. You know, what if I put the lighting like that? Like, what if I have it there? You can see like black stuff up here on the sides, but what if I keep it like that? I think that looks pretty good. And the frame rate looks a lot better, because some of the other ones, the frame rate's like 15. So it has like a lot of big pelvis area here, which is kind of funky. That would usually be where the muscle. That's a really good joint right there. I don't even think I remember it being able to move there. He has like these cuff things here on his wrist and here, which actually, that's cool. They put that there so you can't see the joint for this articulation or his hand. Like these shoulder pad looking things that look like they have dents and stuff, which that's molded in. You have like some scratches here, a dent there. You know, obviously him ramming at Spider-Man and other people makes sense why he would look like that. On the back, we've got, it looks like a lot of wrinkles here on the legs, which I think looks cool because rhinos look wrinkly. On the head here on the other side, you can see there's another eye there. He has like the rhino eye on both sides, and like the big rhino horn and the small rhino horn, which the big rhino horn doesn't look as big as I want it to be on Rhino. I think it would go like at least to there. Like it looks kind of small. I feel like it should be bigger. There's a little bit of paint, a little bit of white paint looks right there. Like the horn paint bled onto the head, but who cares? You're not going to be looking at it like that. This figure I had a lot of fun with as a kid. So if you guys know, in the 90s animated series of Spider-Man, there's an episode where, in the episode where the symbiote crash lands on Earth, Rhino hired by Kingpin goes to collect the symbiote, but the symbiote ends up getting on Spider-Man. So then later on, there's a scene where Black Suit Spider-Man fights Rhino. And so as a kid, this is my Black Suit Spider-Man when I was a kid, and it's my favorite Black Suit Spider-Man just because all the articulation and all the fun I had with it. I would pair these two up fighting, and Spider-Man would just kick Rhino's butt. In all my videos, I praise Toy Biz for their figures. It's because so many of them feel like they came straight out of the 90s cartoon, and I loved watching that as a kid. And so many of them look just like those characters, so I can't help but love the figures. But either way, Toy Biz love aside, let's take a look at this guy's articulation. So the head is like on a ball joint, which has kind of wiggles around, and it rotates all the way around too. It gets kind of tight when you get back, like when his head's all the way back here. So I don't want to risk moving it. It goes to the right a lot easier, or it goes to his right a lot easier than it goes to the left. Which, you know, that's fine. So his head's kind of crooked a little bit. You can straighten that out pretty good. A lot of articulation. Like put his head leaned forward, goes to the side, you know. Hard to show, but it's pretty cool. The arms would rotate all the way around, and they... Oh, crap. Oh, sheesh. I just ripped the shoulder pad. Oops. The arms go out pretty good on both sides. They're very stiff. I played with it a lot as a kid, but I pretty much only had him in this position. He would just like punch like that. Like, I wouldn't actually move the arms because they don't do much. The wrists, like I showed, rotate all the way around. Rotate the same on both sides. Like that, boopy. I'm gonna have to like super glue that shoulder pad back on or something. He has a rotation here in the waist, and a very good ball joint here in the torso. It goes back pretty far, goes forward, tilts to the sides, pretty good. A lot of range of motion there. The legs kick up. They only kick up about that good. He can do the splits, which Rhino definitely shouldn't be able to do the splits. I don't think he's that athletic of a guy, and also, look at what he's wearing. I don't think you could do the splits dressed like that. His rotation here, which it stops when you get here. It stops right there. Oh, it keeps going, actually. I feel like I'm going to break this poor figure, which I don't want to break it, because I'm nostalgic for this. And his rotation here in the foot. So that's all the articulation he has. I wish they would have given, like, at least, like, you know, elbow joints or knee joints, but then it would break up the sculpt. But I still think it looks pretty awesome. So let me know what you think about this guy in the comments. Also, you know, leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more reviews and stuff, if you want to see more content like this, and I will see you guys in the next review.